I was a little skeptical about this town hall forum. I know they wanted to limit the debates, and so they're having to do these town halls where they're not debating technically.
They can't be on the stage at the same time.
That's right. But I actually now think that it's really helping Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, this is great. I love this. I think that he's had really strong answers, and he did a good job in explaining why the minuscule tax hike on the middle class would save them thousands of dollars in healthcare costs, right? But the thing that's so frustrating is I'm tweeting about this, obviously, as we're doing this coverage live, and people are like, no, taxes, you can't raise my taxes. They don't understand. Americans don't understand it. They hear raise taxes, and they shit their pants. Yeah. You're already spending so much money in healthcare costs, so much money. Please be smarter. And then not only that, the education thing, right? Bernie wants to make education available for everyone. And people are like, no, not on my dime. I don't want to pay for other people's education. What do you think is happening with student loan debt right now? When the students default, what do you think happens to taxpayer money? That's taxpayer money. You're already paying for that education, right? Make education free so these students don't have to take out federal loans to pay for their state schools.
So, by the way, you could have used the same argument against the GI Bill. I don't want to pay for these GIs' education, man. There's a lot of them. There are hundreds of thousands that went over there. I don't want to. Yeah, but, okay, so first it's the right thing to do because they fought for our country. They fought the Nazis, yada, yada, GI Bill. Okay, so that's veterans. That's easier. But it's not just about veterans. What happened with the GI Bill is then they went and contributed to the economy. And they helped build up a middle class that was so much stronger, and that was the engine of our growth in the 1950s and 60s and 70s when we became #1 in the country. I mean, I'm sorry, #1 in the world in terms of our economy. So it helps you. It doesn't hurt you. But the reason they're doing it, Anna, is because we've all been programmed through television. Tax is bad, tax is bad, tax is bad. It doesn't matter what they're for, right? It doesn't matter if they're actually here to help you build a bridge, make sure your water isn't poisoned in Flint. You know, make sure that your kids can get an education. And what do you mean pay taxes? Who, right? Bernie Sanders isn't saying I'm going to take the average guy and I'm going to raise his taxes tremendously. He's saying first thing I'm going to do is tax Wall Street speculation. It's a very specific goal. And then raise taxes on billionaires, etc. But like Jimmy Dore always jokes around about, everybody schmuck sitting out there thinks he's going to be a billionaire. So he's not raising your taxes, right?
I think next year I'm going to start doing credit default swaps, actually.
And Chris Cuomo keeps saying, and he said it 4 times, well, aren't you just punishing the rich, punishing them, right? No, wait, they're punishing us. As Bernie Sanders says, we had the redistribution of wealth to the top. Trillions of dollars moved to the top 1%, or not 1%, 0.1% or 0.01%. And I've shown you guys on the Young Turks why that's the case. Productivity has been increasing steadily, but wages flatlined. The reason is because they rigged the rules so that the money flowed to the top. So the difference between your productivity and your wages, this triangle that I'm showing you here, right? That's the trillions of dollars that should have gone towards your wages. You got punished. You got punished.
They want to talk about punishment. Punishment would be putting them in fucking jail. We didn't. They're out there working. We can get a small percentage of that.
And it's not about punishing them. It's about doing what's right. Fair taxes. I don't need to punish the rich. Nobody's going to get Oprah and punish her, right? We just want to do what's right and fair.